You got to have some kind of way to keep track of your transactions. What are some other, back end tools that law offices can take advantage of?
Yeah, the standby is Microsoft Excel. Having that spreadsheet capability or some type of database type system that you can use and navigate and look at the data that the various programs are able to export is so helpful. And so my process is I utilize the QuickBooks Online reporting features to get my profit and loss, my balance statements or balance sheets, and take a look at those numbers. But it's hard for me to get context with that sometimes. And I'm sure there's a way in QuickBooks to do this and build reports. And hopefully, somebody can point me in the right direction on that someday. But right now, I'm familiar enough with Excel that I can just pop that information into a custom made spreadsheet that shows me what I want to see and what I want to track about the performance of the office. And so Excel kind of becomes for me the glue that holds everything together. And I've used different things over time and really like some of the capabilities of programs like Airtable, which is an online database program. Very, very powerful, very, very fun. But I find myself spending more time like messing with it than actually getting the work done. And so Excel, I can kind of build it and say, hey, we're going to use this for this year. I can add to it and adjust to it. I've used it enough that I'm familiar with how it works. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm not presenting it anywhere. It's just something I'm looking at. And then my team can get into it and add data so I don't have to actually do I'm typing in all of this information twice or copying and pasting it from whatever Clio or QuickBooks exports. I can go in, look at my reports, spend 30 seconds and go, okay, we're here. Here's the decisions I need to make. Here's maybe an adjustment I want to make in the new year. Or as we've talked about before, now I have that information at my fingertips when it comes like malpractice insurance renewal time. And I need to know, well, how much of my revenue was by this practice area or by these people, or what was my average case value and those kind of things.
Yeah. I think the Excel spreadsheet is definitely, a lot of people use it, but it's underrated in the capabilities that it has. I think it's, a great way to kind of not only understand where you've been, but also kind of forward thinking, put together what your priorities are for the firm. Like, where do you want the firm to go? Like, are you saving up for maybe a down payment on an office building or something like that? Well, you can put that into, an Excel spreadsheet and, start building towards that goal and just make it a priority. Like, this percentage is going to be going towards this priority every single month, if I get a profit. And that's been helpful to me. You're just able to determine what my priorities are, how much of a priority is it, and then move on it. And the decision has already been made. You don't need to wrestle with, well, I need to keep this much money back, or I need to think about this other priority. You've already thought about these priorities ahead of time. So when the profit comes, you know where to put it.